Hey, Coach, kind of the same question for you. It felt like you were finding some good channels there to help build out of the back, break lines pretty easily. How did that feel, especially managing with the heat? It did feel like both sides really slowed down as the game went on.
For sure. We started a 3-5-2 after the last Deaf Olympics, and so a lot of our players think it's really risky unless it's played well. So that's all we did work on, actually, is looking to find our forwards first, and hopefully we can support underneath. And that's how we are going to build, because a lot of times there's pressure right on our back, and when the players can't hear them coming, that we want to make sure we have support underneath. But the first look is to look up and see if we can find the highest player. So I'm glad that you recognized it.
So the match, you beat them in dominating fashion, of course, but like, what else can you work on to improve as you go into the Deaf Olympics in Tokyo?
Well, there are a lot of things we can work on. So that was we were put in a little bit of a predicament, wanting to make sure that we maximize this opportunity. The last time our team was together was 8 months ago. So we've always said the game is the practice, no matter what game, no matter when we step on the field. There's so few opportunities for this team at this moment that when we do, we have to maximize it. So we did work on ball movement. We did work on players playing in different lanes and different lines, and constantly finding a new pocket. And then when that got closed down, finding another new pocket. And I hope the ball is really, really tired, and I hope the ball's more tired than we are, because that's what we like to do on a hot day.
What do you think about Australia?
Hats off to I have so much respect for Australia for a lot of reasons. One, they kept playing. Two, the number of caps that our players have total versus the number of caps that the Australians have, and the fact that they would say, yes, we're coming to the USA and we're going to make a game of it is amazing to me. And I already know that the amount of interest in Australia when those players return, I think their numbers have tripled as to who has now learned about the sport and learned about deaf soccer and is willing to go try out. So I think that this is one of the most important things we could do. And when I say we, I mean the players. A lot of people think I'm leading this team, and I am not. The players are leading this team, and I am so fortunate that they have invited me to come on board.
Now that you got through the game, how did you kind of manage the emotion of having a home game finally? Was there anything different or special about it?
There was a lot different, even more than I anticipated from Joy, Megan, and myself, who we walked into the locker room and saw the jerseys hanging there with the last names on them, and saw the jerseys just like the full team, and just seeing the looks on the players' faces as, hey, we're valued equally, means a lot. And it's been a long, long road for the players. So, Joy and I, when the national anthem was playing, I was like, I cannot look at Joy because I'm crying. And then I see Joy turning the other way too. I'm like, great, we're in this together. So we didn't try to manage it. You can't manage that, right? We said, live it, enjoy it. However you feel is exactly how you should feel.
Just in terms of, you're talking about opportunities for this team to play, but being able to be a part of the doubleheader, getting the game on TV, it does feel like this is a huge step forward for the Federation. Are you encouraged in terms of what you've seen this week?
I mean, encouraged is you could put that's a light term. I am thrilled, excited. I cannot wait to see hopefully my inbox is full of players that want to try out for this deaf team. This is the only time our players get to play deaf soccer. The only time they get to play with other deaf players. And the fact that there's only one team in the USA right now is sad. And so I think the number of players, I know there's a lot of deaf kids out there, and I can't wait to see them enjoy the sport as much as, if you watch these players, you can tell they're having a blast. There's nowhere else they'd rather be. And there's going to be a lot of other kids that kind of fill those shoes, and I can't wait.
Speaking of having a blast, you had a player with a double hat trick today. As exciting as that is there also going to be, let's manage the expectations. It won't always be this hot. We might have some teams that are pressuring us a little more. We, still need to work on our game plan and
For sure,
yeah.
For sure. We were trying to implement, hey, let's see if we can work on, which we've talked about before, switching the point. We're very good at switching the point in the back, but can we work on switching the point more often than we normally would before we go to goal? We can work on keeping a lead. Our team hasn't been good at that. We have been countered on occasionally. But also, again, when you have 5 days to train, we're going to maximize. I mean, it would be hard. I mean, I was like, let's manage this as best we can. Let's show our humility. We're super excited that Australia's here and they're going to give us a game. But I'm not sure what